Hello, Madam Patty. Please, would you like to unmute yourself and introduce Bob? Let him start speaking to us.
Yes, I will. Thank you so much, Anafio, and thank you for everyone that's going to be watching the training here. We are so blessed to have hero Rob Roeder with us. Rob has many years, I'm not going to say how many because we don't want to age him, years experience in the MLM industry, and especially with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna. He is a multi-million-dollar earner, and he has learned so much, and we are so appreciative that he is going to share his experience with us all. So let me introduce to you hero Rob Roeder.
Well, thank you, Patty. Thanks for letting me come here today. Hello, Anifio. Nice to see you, sir. Akinde, nice to see you too. We're very excited about being in Nigeria to do some very serious business and take it across the continent. So it is really my pleasure and honor to be here with all of you. Patty mentioned she didn't want to age me. I'm actually kind of proud of my age. You know, I've been in this industry, gosh, over 3 decades, over 30 years. I'm now 67 years young. And because of this product, the Maki, I feel like I'm in my 40s. I have more energy now than I had 20 years ago. I actually power walk 2 miles every night. Don't need to take that middle of the day nap anymore. And I'm on fire, guys. So just some of my success with the Maki and the Maki X. Also, I lost 30 pounds. And I've been able to keep the weight off. So it's been a real blessing for me. I'm so grateful for the people that shared this with me. My sponsors, Min and Julie Ho, they cared enough to share this incredible antioxidant support system with me, and it's just changed my life. So I'm here today to share with you from personal experience that we have something extremely special in our hands and is really going to help a lot of people. So with that being said, guys, I want to get into a little bit of some training today. Just to kind of help people get off to the right start, because it's really important that when you begin with QuiAri, that you understand what we call the basics. Now, in your back office, when you get registered here as a promoter, you're going to have access to something here we call the Superstar Guide. Okay, you can upload this from your back office, and you'll notice Patty's got it printed out. Way to go, Patty! And that's serious. They upload that, they print it out, and they have it accessible at all times. You never know when you might need to refer to something in here. This is our Bible. It is the absolute blueprint for success. You want to learn it, you want to master it and apply it, okay? Because this right here will take you to what we call superstar in 200 days or less, and possibly even higher. So make sure you have that accessible. So we're going to get started here today, guys. I'm just going to open up my screen here for a moment and bring something out. Can you guys see that okay, Patty? Super. So we want to talk a little bit about the first goal here. We have different rank levels in QuiAri. And as you move up the ranks, you get into what we call superstar. There's a couple of ranks before that. You know, it's one step at a time. And as you progress, the first goal to really get you up and running and in the fast lane is to get you at the superstar status. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about what all the successful promoters have done to get there and how we can really help others. So let's kind of define what a superstar is made of. Now, this, just so you know, guys, everything I'm going to share with you was created by our founder and CEO, Mr. Bob Reyna. The gentleman is absolutely brilliant in business. He's just shy of being a billionaire. Patty and I have known him for years. We've had the chance to go on his yacht. We've had the chance to spend time with him at some of the luxurious events around the world. And I got to tell you guys, he's the real deal. So I cannot thank this gentleman enough for helping me to get into the multiple seven-figure earning. And because of what I learned from him and what I applied, really made that possible for me. So let's talk a little bit about what we're here for. You know, the superstar is the goal. That's the first landing you want to, rank level you want to get to as quickly as possible. And it's all about freedom, having time freedom, right? So to define what a superstar is in terms of income, you're earning $2,500 a week, okay, minimum, could be more. And that equates to about $125,000 per year. Now, this is in US dollars, Anifio, so I don't know what that is in Nigerian currency, but I'm sure it's probably a couple of wheelbarrows full, right, to say the least. So that's some serious money there. So we're going to share with you how we can make that happen in 200 days or less. There's an actual formula that Mr. Reyna created and shared with us. So let's get into the heart here. Now, one of the things that Bob shares with us is this is extremely important, is that the number one rule in relationship marketing is called duplication. Okay. And if you want to have both money, freedom, right? Money is great, but also time freedom in our industry, guys, you must learn the number one rule. So what Mr. Reyna shared with us years ago, and it's never been more true than today, is it doesn't matter what works for you. Okay. It matters what can be duplicated by everyone. And what Bob Reyna means by that is that you may be a good salesperson, you may be a good speaker, right? But the people you're sharing this with may not. They may not have that same ability or the experience, right? So even though you're able to sell somebody because you're a good talker, they can't. And so the reason that we have such massive success with this business model is because we have a system that people can point to, and that system does all the selling and explaining for us. And so therefore it makes it duplicatable. So even though, again, you may be very good at convincing people, you've got the gift of words or whatever, you don't want to go into that mode with people, because if you do, you're teaching them the business the wrong way, because most people cannot do that. Most people, quite honestly, don't want to do that. So what Mr. Reyna discovered here is that when you have a system that can be duplicated by everyone, now the business is open to the masses, and massive action equals massive results. Now, we talked about systems, and this is very important, that systems will duplicate through every level in your business. We have infinite depth here, guys, global market, but systems duplicate exactly the same way, right? So whether your group is local, maybe just have a few people to start out with, that's okay. It's very close to you in terms of, proximity, or if it's 1,000 miles away, right? It must work exactly the same on your first level or on your 100th level or your 1000th level, okay? So this is very important. Now, the entire QuiAri system is based on what we call the 4 simple steps, which you see here. And it's all about mastering and duplicating these steps, guys. There's really nothing more than that. You definitely don't want to complicate things. Learn these steps. Invitation is step 1. What we say to people, okay? How we get them interested in wanting to know more about us. Step 2 is the presentation. Whether that's a recorded presentation that's in our free marketing tour, whether it's a live presentation that somebody's doing in your team, whether it's a recorded presentation that you're sharing, that right there is all the explanation of the business. It does the selling and telling for you on the product, on the opportunity, on the testimonials. It's all there for you. And I highly recommend that you use the free marketing tour, those of you that speak English, with Mr. Bob Reyna, because you'll not have anybody better to help you build and duplicate your team. Now, after they watch the presentation, step 3 is what we call the follow-up. Many refer to the follow-up as the fortune is in the follow-up. And I not agree more. This is where, after somebody's watched the presentation, you're going to follow up with them, and you're actually going to introduce them to somebody in your team, in your upline, who's had some success here. Okay, it could be Patty. She's had great success. She's a rock star, moving into superstar very quickly. It could be myself. Okay, I'm a hero. Guys, you have access to me. Okay, Patty can make that happen, no problem. So definitely utilize me. Okay, I've earned millions of dollars in the business. I can help you really create the right impression and help the people who have seen that presentation to make the right decision in terms of how to get started. Okay. Could be Mark Robinson and his wife, Vonalyn. They're superstars as well. We're all here to help you. Now, step 4 is getting plugged in. Okay, this is critically important. Honestly, guys, if you're not plugged in, you're not going to succeed long-term. Can I get a thumbs up on that, Patty? Patty knows better than anybody. We all learn this. What plugged in means is that you're getting energized. You're going to Facebook every day and reading the posts there around the world, seeing the global family come together. They're sharing, their successes, their testimonials. You get to read things from the founder, and it brings everybody together on a consistent daily basis. Our broadcast with the founder and CEO, Bob Reyna, you don't want to miss any of these. Every Thursday, he does this live event broadcast from corporate headquarters in Florida. And you come there to see that, guys. It will get you excited. He shares a lot of amazing things there. You're going to get the best mentoring ever. And he's also going to share exciting updates of what's happening with the company around the world. Social media is a very important part of what we do. The presentations, whoever's doing those in the team, make sure you're attending. Now, it's most important that you're inviting people, but even if you're not, if you don't have a guest that day, you should show up as well. So this is being plugged in, right? We can't stress the importance of it enough. If Patty knows that I'm going to be doing a training, and Nifio knows you guys want to make sure you get all your people to come in and get the training so they can learn from other people that have had great success here with QuiAri. Okay, if you ignore step 4, guys, what is going to happen, I can tell you this with absolute certainty, is you're going to get distracted. You know, life has a way of doing that, right? And so this is why we have this amazing system to plug into that keeps you on track, keeps you motivated, keeps you excited. And quite frankly, you're now part of that global family, which is, for me, that's the most exciting of all. So definitely don't miss out on step 4, okay? So we're going to talk a little bit about these 4 steps right now, and let's get started here, what we call the invitation question. The first thing you want to do when you start your QuiAri business is make sure that you have a list, right? This is of people that you know, prospects. Write down the names and phone numbers of everyone you know, okay, that you think might want to, and even if you think they don't prejudge anybody. Write down the list of everybody you know that you think might want to make extra money. Most people do, right? From home. Lose weight without having to go on a diet, right, Patty? That's a good one. And have a ton of energy. You know, everybody wants to feel good, right? And our product makes you feel incredible. And how about looking and feeling younger? Who doesn't want that, right? So it's pretty much everybody you know. So that's the kind of people that we share with, and that's the world. So start writing down everybody you know, guys, because don't prejudge anybody, because you never know who's going to see this, okay? So what we start with is what we call the warm market. And your warm market are those people that know you and hopefully trust you, right? They trust your judgment. And so they're going to be open to listen to what you have to share, right? And that's why we call it relationship marketing, because it's built on relationships. Make sense? So, the prospects say, yes, I'm open to listen, because what we call believe, like, and trust. That's BLT. So when they believe you, they like you and trust you. Friends do what friends do in most cases, guys. And this is why this is such a fun business, because we're working with people who know, like, and trust us. Now, what we basically want to do when somebody gets started is we want to help your personally sponsored promoters invite, okay, get good at inviting, and stay in that warm market, okay? Because believe it or not, most people know at least 300, 500 people. Some people know more, right? And they know them by their full name. It's amazing that how many people know. We call it their contact base. So now I'm going to share something here that's pretty amazing here, because this is mathematics. And, math doesn't lie, guys. With a team of just 5 promoters, if you think about each of them having access to 500 people or possibly more, you'd have a warm market list of 2,500 prospects to invite. Okay, so warm markets equal what we call hot commissions. Now, even if it was only 200 people, right? Even if it was only 100 people, well, that would be 500 people, right? And a lot can happen out of 500 people. We're going to put the math here for you so you can get the actual importance of this. So let's talk about that. If your marketing strategies consists of prospecting leads from a cold market, right? People you don't know, we call strangers, right? You don't have any prior relationship with them. Well, you're now marketing to strangers, right? Patty, remember Bob used to say to us, strangers are dangers? He used to share that saying with us years ago, stranger danger. So it may generate temporary sales, but it's not going to duplicate in the same way that the warm market would. Okay, so always keep that in mind. Now we're going to get into the real heart of what we're all about, and that's excitement. 90% of the invitation when you invite people to watch the presentation is your excitement. They feel your energy. Energy is contagious. Whether it's positive or negative, people feel it, right? And so, 90% is excitement. Now, the other 10% is knowing what to say. And we're going to teach you that today. But don't try to explain the entire opportunity, right? Don't even go near that, because once you start, then they think they have to do it, right? So you simply want to, as Bob says, you're our founder and CEO, you want to spark your prospect's interest by asking a brief invitation question, okay? And remember, excitement is what it's all about. So the invitation should only take 15 seconds or less, right? The less you say, the more you make. Think about that. Isn't that nice? I love that. So if you try to explain too much, your prospect will almost never join because they're thinking, man, I could never do that, right? So let's get into this invitation question. Here we go. Now, let's say I'm calling Patty. And Patty, if you could unmute your line there, we'll do a little role playing here. And Patty's a friend of mine. And she's on my list. So she's on my prospect list, right? And when I call Patty, I'm going to ask this question, but I'm not just going to come right out and ask the question. I'm going to, warm her up a little bit. And I want her to know that I want her to feel my excitement, right? So let's say Patty's, home, and I call her up and she picks up the phone and say, "Hey, Patty, how's it going?"
Well, hey, Rob, how are you?
"Oh, I am fantastic, Patty. I'm so excited. I found something that's absolutely amazing."
Really? What
Yeah,
was it?
quick question, Patty. Right?
Sure.
What that is, guys, I just set the stage, right? She picks up the phone. She's like, "Oh man, what's up with Rob? Is he not watching the news?" We don't want to watch the news, guys, too much because that takes you out of the zone, right? But so she feels my energy, and then I notice I said, "Patty, quick question." Right?
Yeah.
So right away indicating to her that this is going to be fast. So we're setting the stage for what we call speed. And Patty, we know the importance of that, right? Speed and urgency. But we'll get into that later. So bottom line is I say, "Patty, quick question. Patty, you know anybody that's interested in making some money, losing weight, having more energy, and looking and feeling younger than ever?"
Oh my gosh, do I know people? I'm first on the list, Rob. What have you got?
There you go. Right? A lot of times, guys, it really is that easy. Now, Patty's definitely a prospect. She's got a demand for change. And those things that I meant, we call the hot buttons. Making money. My God, what more hot is that, right? Losing weight. Most people need to lose at least a few pounds, right? Who doesn't want to have more energy, guys? That's so important to people. And of course, looking and feeling younger. So those are the hot buttons. And Patty responded like a good prospect would. Now, there's a couple of different ways that people will respond to that question. I love what Patty did, man. She's ready to go. So I'm just going to get right into the presentation. But I want to just quickly cover a couple more type of responses. Maybe somebody says, "Oh, that sounds interesting. Tell me about it." They're going to bait you to tell them. They're going to challenge you to tell them. And this is where you have to be very careful because you're going to be tempted, especially those of you that know how to talk. Maybe you're good at with talking to people and you can say what you got to say. But remember, guys, that doesn't duplicate. It might work for you, but it's not going to work for most people. So when they ask you, "Oh, what is it?" Do not explain. Okay, we call it point, guide, and direct. You're going to point to that presentation. You're going to guide them at the end because we're going to call them back and we're going to direct them towards the close. It's that simple. Okay. So, but that's a good response. Well, what is it, Patty? That indicates interest, right? So I'll say, "Well, Patty," if they say, "Well, what is it? What is this?" I'll just say, "Well, Patty, it's about making money from home, losing weight without having to go on a diet, having amazing energy and feeling younger and feeling younger than ever, Patty." See, I just repeated what I said to her. You see, and that's what it comes down to. But Patty, we have this video. Now, here we go. Here is the point. I am pointing to the video because the video is going to do all the work for me. And I don't know about you guys, but I love that, right? So I'll say, "Oh, Patty, we have this video. It's gone viral. It's absolutely amazing. Patty, I apologize in advance. This is so exciting. It might keep you up tonight."
Wow, Rob.
Right? What did I just do there? Man, I am setting the stage. I'm letting Patty know that I'm excited beyond all belief. 90% of what we do is excitement. So when I tell her, "Patty, I apologize in advance, but this is so exciting. It might keep you up. This is incredible." Now she's like, "Really?" Right? So I say, "Yeah," because all I really want to do is get Patty's curiosity. Does that make sense, guys? I'm creating a mystery here, aren't I? What does a mystery do to people? When you create a mystery, they want to know more, right? Tell me more. So that excitement is your weapon. It really is your weapon to get past their distractions. because people are sitting in distraction, right? Especially if they just watched the news or read the newspaper. So we got to get past that fast and quick, and that's what excitement does. So at this point, she says, well, that's great. Yeah, so Patty, there's this video. It's absolutely amazing. And it's going to explain everything for you. I apologize in advance, Patty. It's that exciting. Might keep you up tonight. I'm going to send you over a link. I can text it over to you. And it's a short video. It's only 20 minutes. Patty, how fast can you get that done by? How fast can you do that? Can you watch it now?
Actually, I could watch it now if you'd send it to me. I'm very interested to see what this is you're so excited about.
Prospect. The light is green. Anifio, in Nigeria, the traffic light's green when you can go. I know it's different. When you get to a stoplight, when it goes green, does that mean you can go?
Mhm.
That's what it is here in the United States, right? Red means stop, right? Assuming it's the same in Nigeria. So we got a green light, you know? She says, yeah. So at that point, so great. I'll send this over to you now, Patty. You're going to get a form. You fill it out. And when you get there, don't sign up without talking to me. I tell them right out the gate, because I got some exciting information to share with you after you watch the video. Okay, so watch the video first. I'm going to give you a call back in about 30 minutes, Patty, see if you have any questions. Will that work for you?
That will work for me, Rob. Thank you so much.
Super. I send Patty the link, send her the information, the free marketing tour. Now, the next thing I do, guys, I'm all about making appointments. I learned in life that without an appointment as a professional, you don't have anything, right? You need to set the appointment with people. So I take out my iPhone and I say, hey, Siri, right? And I say, hey, Siri, wake me up at 2:30, call with Patty. It's my alarm, right? And that way, let's say it was 2 o'clock, I spoke with her. I don't want to take the chance of forgetting, because you know what? I may get a phone call, you know, the cat died, whatever. Things happen, guys. And you get distracted. And the most important thing you can do is keep your word with people, especially in business. So when you tell her you're going to call her back in 30 minutes, you got to make sure you're on time. So I like to use my smartphone. It's got an alarm in there, and it programs me, and then that alarm goes off and it reminds me. Now, I send the link to Patty, I program it in my alarm system, and then I get my three-way call list out. Now, that's going to be step 3. We're going to talk more about that. But this is the system right here, guys. And as Mr. Reyna says, bottom line is don't prejudge anybody, you know, and do not alter the invitation question, right? So bottom line, they're now watching the tour. And now I'm going to go into the next step here. Okay, so and we'll get into that now. So that's our invitation question. It goes on here. There's a couple other things that Bob shares here. He says it's an undeniable fact that the overwhelming majority of people are interested in better health and wealth, right? I mean, it doesn't get any more primal than that, right? So it's a great idea to have a supply of product samples. Okay, I highly recommend this. Okay, we've got these incredible samples, right? Patty's got them handy at all times. We bring these out every time we go outside our home, right, Patty?
Always.
These always go, okay? And so, because samples allow the prospects to actually try, love, share, right? Now, it's highly recommended to provide 1 day of sample and energy, okay? Let's see, let me help you with that. Looks like we got somebody maybe just entered the room. Okay. And if we got a little background noise there, if you could possibly mute your mic, that'd be great. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, cool. All right, help you out with that. Thank you. All right, guys. So bottom line is this, guys, it's all about try, love, share. Okay, and that's really important. Now let me go back here in back on that screen again. Now, systems duplicate. I lost my. Can you guys see the screen? Okay, Patty? You good?
Yeah.
Okay, super. Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit about the next step here, and that is getting past the invitation question, the presentation, right? So it does all the explaining for you. It's available 24/7, 365 days of the year, and very soon it's going to be translated into many different languages. This means we can have the global market at our fingertips. And it's what I love about it, it's only 20 minutes. This is something that most people can tolerate, and it is jam-packed with information. It's very exciting, and people really can track through the whole thing. Now, along with the excitement is we talk about urgency, okay? We invite the prospect to watch it right away, and then we call them back right away. This again is what we talked about scheduling the appointment and making sure that we do not wait, but we get that done quickly. So let's talk about step 3. This is the follow-up. Now, the purpose of the 3-way call, and that simply means you're going to have somebody in your upline that you're going to call them after I let Patty into the system. I have a list of people in my upline that I know will help me with the follow-up. Now, this is your job as a promoter. You need to go upline and find those people having success in your team that are willing to help you. It's a team sport, right, Patty? 100% team sport. So one of the things that makes us so powerful, okay, because you got people in your upline that want to help you. So definitely utilize this. Patty's there, Mark and Vonlin are there, I'm there, okay? Doesn't get any better than that, guys. You have direct access to us, okay? And as we're going to earn while we learn, okay, if that makes sense. So you want to establish the relationship, with the prospect, which you already have, and then have your sponsor upline on the call, okay? So what this simply means is when Patty's watching the presentation, first person I call my upline would be Min Ho. That's a pretty good sponsor, right, Patty? Number 1 earner in the company. Wow, Min and I and Julie have been doing 3-way calls for years. So I call Min, I say, listen, I did this the other day. I said, Min, listen, I got this gentleman here is watching the presentation. His name is Tony. He's excited already. I think he's going to be good at this. Can you be available? Min says, yes. I said, okay, it'll be about 30 minutes, Min. I'll call you then. Thank you very much. Now, if for some reason Min has got another call scheduled, that's why you want to have more than one on your upline support list. And this is where, if you can't get a hold of Patty, try Mark and Vaughn. Can't get a hold of them, try me. And if you have somebody that you think needs somebody that's had greater success, you can always go straight to me. If I'm available, I'll be there for you, okay? Different people have different needs, right? If you've got somebody that's a big player and they made big money, you might want to bring out, someone that can share with them on their reality level. That's just how it works. So at this point, when you introduce the sponsor to your prospect, you're going to do something called edify. And we're going to get a little bit more into this, guys. Simply what edify means is you say positive things about the person that you're introducing to your prospect, so they're open to listen. Make sense? Okay. Now, the person that's getting on there, that's sharing their, the 3-way call with you, they're going to basically tell their story and their product testimonial. They're going to answer any questions that the prospect may have, and then they're going to help them become a promoter or a customer. It's that simple, right? Personally, what my job is to get them to come in with a 7-pack, because Patty, if you come in with a 7-pack, somebody's going to be happy, right? $250 right there. And of course, 2 of those equals a speed bonus. So let's talk about what we call your story. This gets into how we do a good follow-up 3-way call. There's 3 basic parts here. So let's say Patty introduced me to Anifio, right? And I come out and I say, hey, Anifio, nice to meet you. Wasn't that video amazing? And Anifio says, yeah, I'm pretty impressed. That's pretty incredible. So right away, I know that Anifio's a prospect. I got green light here. I can tell by his response that he's open to know more, right? And we're gonna go. We're gonna run it at high speed here. So I'm gonna get right, and I'm gonna say, well, listen, Anifio, let me just tell you a little bit what happened to me. Before I met QuiAri, man, I was like at 220 pounds, and I was not feeling so good. I didn't have much energy. I had to take a nap in the middle of the day. I didn't want to go in the gym and exercise. I didn't have any energy. I wasn't feeling so good. I hit my 60s, and as you get older, that's kind of a natural course that happens, right? Well, when I got on these products in Ifio, oh my God, it was like the fountain of youth. This stuff woke me up, gave me this incredible energy. What I noticed is that the product started to suppress my appetite, and control my appetite. So I start eating smaller portions, and then it killed my sugar cravings. Oh my God, you want to talk about, I don't know about you, but I love sweets. How about you? You like sugar? They kind of joke because everybody's usually a sugar freak, right? And I explained to them how it curbed my sugar, cravings. I no longer crave, desserts or ice cream or any of that stuff. And so as a result of that, I got excited about the product in Ifio, and I started sharing this with people. And they tried the product. I gave some samples to some folks. They fell in love with the product, and then they started to share with other people. I couldn't stop it because the product was helping so many people. And then we start getting paid. We have that 5-minute pay you heard about on the presentation. Man, I'll tell you what, my team's exploded. So now I'm making very, very good money from home. I make more than a month that most people make in a year. And it's growing like wildfire. My team's exploding in over 150 countries. So this is absolutely incredible. And I'll tell you what, you know, in my 60s, and if, you know, I was looking for something to do with my life, you know, I didn't want to go in retirement mode. Yeah, that's boring, right? I mean, I still got a lot of life in me. And I like lifestyle. I like to travel. I like the better, finer things in life, right? So when I saw this business opportunity and I saw how quickly people were relating to it, I saw that I could have an amazing lifestyle with it. So that's one of the main reasons I'm here. So I just gave you a brief idea, guys, of how I would share that, you know, with your prospect. Okay, and this is important that all of you that are going to be doing three-way calls, that you get this part down. So Bob has laid that out for us. Very simple to understand. Now, this is closing out the call, and it's very simple. You know, I just love this here because there's three questions that we ask the person. And number one is, let's say Patty's my prospect. I'm just going to ask her a simple question at the end of the call. Say, Patty, can you get excited and ask everyone, you know, if they want to lose weight, have more energy, feel and look younger than before, and make money, right?
Absolutely.
There you go. And Patty, can you direct them to the free tour marketing presentation where everything's explained to you so you don't have to?
That is so easy to do, Rob. I think I could do that.
For sure. And Patty, finally, can you follow up with somebody on your team to help answer any questions?
Of course. That is so simple, Rob.
Awesome. Welcome to the family, Patty. Which package is best for you, right? It's that's it right there, okay? So remember, your goal is not to do an opportunity presentation at this time. You're not ready for that, guys. These calls should be fairly brief and in the pocket. He says no more than 10 minutes, okay? So there you go. Edification, you know, I mentioned that word before. It's important that we really clarify what that means, because this is so important, guys. To edify simply means to build up, right? Or relate the positive traits and abilities of the person you're introducing. Okay, so you must always edify your sponsor, your upline, and your team. Okay. Step 4, get plugged in. We talked about this before. Anybody can enroll here, right? But success is optional. And what Bob Reyna means by that is that you choose success by your actions. And plugging into this proven system is an absolute must. You know, if you tell me about something, I can forget about it, right? But if you show me, I'll probably remember. But if you involve me, get me participating in it, well, then I can understand, right? So promoters are never more excited than the minute they join. That is so important right there, guys, right? So their success, the people you're sharing this with, will ultimately be determined by your ability to duplicate these two things that you saw today. And that's the 4-step system: invite, presentation, follow-up, 3-way call, plug in, right? And then step 2, which is yourself, through those you enroll in a QuiAri business, right? So you must be what others want to become. This is so important, guys, by being an example. So you lead by example. Now, leading by example is pretty amazing here. And this slide really kind of helps to put this in perspective. But your number one priority is making sure that everyone on your team knows the 4 steps, right? And also something we call the power of 2. Now, the power of 2 is extremely powerful, guys. I want you to take a good look at this. You start with 2 people. Everybody knows at least 2 people, right, Patty? I mean, come on. Good. Everybody knows at least 2 that want better health, that want to make more money in the comfort of their home, certainly want to lose weight without having to go on a diet, and want to feel younger, look younger. So when you get your first 2, let's say you've got 30 guys. If you can't get 2 in 30 days, something's wrong. Seriously, right? Most people get this done in 3 days, 72 hours. And we want to help people to get moving fast, because if they get results quickly, they're more excited. And when excitement happens, guys, it's easy to stay positive. This is important. But let's say worst scenario, it took somebody 30 days to get their first 2. Now, what this is mathematics. Math is a very powerful formula here. It's based on what we call the power of 2. You start with 2 people, and we're going to help those 2 people get their 2 people, right? And how are we going to help them? Well, we're going to lead by example, and we're going to show them the 4 steps. We're going to get them plugged in, okay? Systems there to do that for you. So You help them get their 2. And now you have 4 people in your team, right? You got the 2 that you first put on, and then you help those 2 get their 2, which becomes 4. You got right there, you got 6. You see that? 2 on your first generation, and on your second line, you got 4. Okay, excuse me, you got two on your first generation, and on your second generation, second level, you got 4. So you have 6. Now, this is only with 2 coming in a month. Guys, many people are doing a heck of a lot more than that. If you get good at this, you could be bringing in 2 people a week, right? So what happens at this point is based on that mathematics in the next month, and again, I'm using this example of only 2 a month, those 4, right? They go out and get 2, right? Well, guess what? That turned into 8 more. And then those 8 go out and get 2 the next month because it's based on everybody just getting 2, which is very duplicatable, very reasonable. Look by that fourth month, you got 16 people. But you don't just have 16, you got to add the numbers up. You know, you got 2 the first month, 4 the second, 8. If you add it all up, it's a lot more people. But we're just showing you how many people can join on a month based on the power of 2. Let's jump down there in 12 months. This is amazing how this works. 12 months later, based on everybody getting at least 2 people, you're over 4,000 people in your team. What if you got people that were bringing in 2 a week, right? It duplicates. You know, you can't hold a good woman or a good man down. Somebody gets excited about this, guys. Get out of their way. And what you really want, this is a good problem, is you want to have people in your team that want this more than you do. That's a good problem, right? Because you're benefiting from that. But this power of 2 is so incredible because in 12 months, guys, look at the math, 4,096 people. Isn't that amazing? Now it gets even more exciting. The only true measure of a team's strength is the number of leaders in it who are duplicating and teaching the system. Okay. Bob Rita could not have put this any simpler, guys. So when he says the only true measure of a team's strength, right, the only thing that counts in terms of a team being strong is the number of leaders that are duplicating and teaching the system. Not the number of leaders that can sell, right, or can tell the story. No. Those kind of people, they will booby trap their business because that only goes so far, right? But it's the leaders that are duplicating and teaching the system. Define your dreams. This is so important. I know Patty understands this one. Boy, do we get this, Patty. You know, your dreams are the most important thing closest to your heart, right? They will make anything possible. So you want to make sure that you write your dreams down, whatever that dream might be. Maybe it's putting a child through school. Maybe it's helping a family relative that needs your help. Having your own business, having a nice house, being able to retire without worrying about money, whatever that is, traveling, whatever that dream is, I'm sure you have one, right? Write it down and remind yourself of your dreams all the time. Vocalize your dreams with your loved ones. You know, talk about it, put it out on the table. Your sponsor, your upline, your team. There's nothing wrong with that. And as you build your QuiAri business, always remember your why. Right? Why are you here? What's the main reason you're here? There are 2 requirements, and only 2, to build a big relationship marketing business, folks. Number 1 is having a dream. That is it right there. I can't tell you how many times I felt like quitting or giving up, but that dream kept me going, kept the fire burning, right, Patty? Now, Mr. Rayner talks about trading 5 to 10 hours per week. Okay, he says, look, if you're going to have any kind of success, you have to put time in, right? He says, at 5 to 10 hours a week, starting out. Now, some of you can do more than that. The more, the better. But the least amount of time you have to dedicate, or what we say sacrifice, is 5 hours to 10 hours a week. That's not a whole lot. People can be working a full-time job and do that, right? But you got to be able to start somewhere. So if you're not putting in at least 5 to 10 hours a week, guys, you're probably not going to achieve the dream. And after you start doing that, then you start making money and you can start even putting more time in. Set your goals. A goal is simply writing, simply is a dream with a date on it. Let's say it's a car or it's a house. I'm going to have that car by 2 years from now. You put the month in there, get specific. So build a model and then duplicate the model, right? So there's 4 basic things that we focus on here, guys. Please write this down. This right here is the building blocks of your business. I call it secure your business. Get active, get qualified, get on delivery, save 10% monthly revenue, and get paid in 5 minutes. Right there is the foundation of your business. Okay, to be able to earn in the comp plan. We have 7 income streams. When you first get started, you can earn a fast start commission, but you can't earn team commissions. You can't earn matching bonuses. You can't earn speed bonuses until you're active. Okay, and that's not hard to do. Every network marketing company has a product that's purchased on a monthly basis, and most of them charge $150 to $300 a month. This is our business model. It's called repeat business, residual income, which a year, 2 years, 3 years from now can be massive for some of you. That's walk away money. It's your retirement. Ours is a bottle of pills. Okay, $45 US dollars. It's the lowest qualifier in the industry. So after you place your order, your package order, be sure to lock in your order of delivery so that the next month you've got a bottle of pills being shipped to your home. And what that does, it makes you active. Okay, to be active, you must have 25 points of personal sales volume. That's your own purchase. This is your rent. Okay, you paid for your business, you bought your product package, whichever one might be, you're now ready to get business, and every month you pay your rent, $45 plus your shipping and handling. It's a small amount of money to pay. It's the lowest qualifier I've ever seen in the industry. Been doing this for 30 years, guys. We love this. This is affordable to most people. And your profits can more than pay for that because you don't have to pay for this until 30 days later. So you choose your promotional pack, right? Get your business started, and then you select your auto delivery, a bottle of pills, and do not charge for that until a month later, so your profits can more than pay for that. Get qualified. 2 people, right? One left, one right. That's it. Everybody knows at least 2 people. You're going to put one on your left team and one on your right team, and they have to be active as well. And now you're opened up all the income streams. All 7 are open to you. Okay? So be sure you understand the importance of auto delivery, guys. This is what I say, think long term. If you're here for the big picture, you're here because you want to have a booming business, you want to have a business that can retire you, then please understand the importance of this little bottle of pills. Imagine everybody in your team, whether you made the sale or not, infinite depth, global market, getting that bottle of pills every month, and it's paying you. Repeat business. It adds up. It's like the power of 2. You saw those numbers where you start with 2 and then it end up with over 4,000. That's powerful. Very powerful. Okay. All right. So let's move on here. To become qualified, you must personally sponsor 2 active promoters. I mentioned this before, one on the left and the other on the right side of your business. And we suggest you accomplish this within your first 72 hours of registration. Well, why? Well, leaders lead by example. Get people started properly. Create a culture of speed. Success loves speed. Money loves speed. Why wait? When somebody signs up, that's when they're the most excited. And guess what? If you get them qualified and active within 72 hours, they're even more excited. So you don't need to wait, guys. Instant pay doesn't wait for anybody, Patty. We know this. We make money in our sleep. I wake up in the morning, I got more money in my bank account because of the global market, 5-minute pay. But I worked fast at this. So lead by example, guys, and get people started properly. What do we mean by that? Make sure that people get in with their auto delivery. Create a culture of speed. Your next step is to help your personally sponsored promoters who just got started, help them get qualified within 72 hours. You get qualified within 72 hours, then we're going to help the people that you brought into business do the same. Do not pass go until this is accomplished. Guys, Mr. Raina could not be more clear here. If you really want to have incredible success, just share your excitement and start communicating with people. Just put this in front of as many people as you can. Connect up with Patty, Mark, and Vonlin, and myself, and we'll help you close this in. 2020 vision, okay, for the superstar in less than 1 year. What do we mean by this? Well, here's how this works, guys. Your foundation is this. Set the goal to get qualified in 72 hours. That's 3 days. And help those that you personally sponsor do the same, okay? Repeat that 20 times on your left team and 20 times on your right team to build a foundation, right? To reach the rank of superstar. Maintaining 100 product sales on the left and the right team, that's 10,000 a month or 125,000 a year in US dollars. That's pretty good money, right? That's great money. Amazing money. And set the goal to accomplish this in your first 200 days. You don't have to wait, okay? When I say speed loves success, guys, I couldn't be more sincere about that. It's how I got to where I got as quickly as I did. Now, this is the formula right here. You want to talk to at least one prospect a day. It's that simple. Let's simplify this. Just one person a day. Share the opportunity, right? And do it for 200 days. Okay, every day you share with at least one person. Here's an example of what can happen here. Now we have a ratio. It's a closing ratio where out of 5 people that we share the opportunity with, right, that see the presentation, 1 of them will join. Right, Patty? About 1 out of 5. I've seen it better. For me, I've seen it as high as 1 out of 3, but realistically 1 out of 5. Okay, so 5 prospects a week. So we're not talking about 7 days in a week. Let's say somebody doesn't work weekends. They work 5 days and they're speaking with 5 people, right? 1 person a day. Well, guys, that would be 5 prospects a week. You see that, right? Because that 5 prospects that you speak to in a week would make 1 person a sponsor. So if only 1 out of 5 join you, after speaking with 5 and sharing the opportunity, 1 joins. And in a month, okay, you're sharing, exposing the opportunity to 1 prospect a day. In 1 month, you'd have 4 personally sponsored. Now, remember that chart we showed 2 sponsored. And what would happen if everybody did 2 in a year? You'd have over 4,000 people in your team. Well, this is showing that you would have 4 people sponsored, not 2, but 4. So that number, if we teach this system right here, we could double that, and it'd be over 8,000 in a year. Okay, so, but we're talking about right now getting you to superstar. So 1 month would be 4 personally sponsored, okay? And then it talks about, when we get 40 personally sponsored, 200 days, it's 20 on the left that we put in the team and 20 on the right. You're now at superstar. It's so important to have 20 left and 20 right, okay? Production you can expect from 20 personally sponsored. Well, here's the math on this, guys. If we look at the left and right team over a 200-day period, 10 to 12 people will be active. Okay, so out of that 20 that you put in on your left and your right, expect fallout. People make excuses. They quit, right? They quit their marriages. They quit business. This is part of life. But out of that 20, at least 10 or 12 will be active. Now, out of that, 6. We can break it down, Patty, right? Half, maybe 8 if you're lucky, will be with you long term. That word long term speaks to me. I'm not here to make a little bit of money. I'm here to make a lot of money. And I'm not here like a money game, right? I'm looking to build a very stable long-term business so I can walk away and be retired in style. So out of that 6 to 8, it gets better. Out of that 6 or 8, only 3 to 4. Here we go, guys. Here's the reality. Only 3 to 4 are over the line and ready right now. What do we mean by that? They're going to do this with you or without you. The fire's within them. They have a huge demand for change. And they recognize that QuiAri is the vehicle to make it happen. And they're not going to let anything get in their way. They're not going to let anything get. Here's how we call these people eagles. Okay. They're very serious about what they're doing. They're committed. They're going to do whatever it takes. They're going to make the sacrifices, right? Get in, get on, or get out of my way. Next. They're not emotionally attached to the outcome. They understand the power of the opportunity. They're just going to keep sharing this with people. And they're going to stay excited. They're going to stay in that positive frame of mind. So, guys, what Mr. Rain is sharing here with you, out of that 20 is personally sponsored, 20 on the left, 20 on the right, you're going to end up with 3 or 4 on the left and 3 or 4 on the right. That's all you need. Really, you only need one good person on the left and one person on the right. Actually, if you want to get that, if you have one good left on one and right, you could retire with the right people. But realistically, 3 to 4 gives you better odds of doing that. So you could dramatically lessen the number of people who quit, right, by getting them started properly and having them take ownership of their business from the very beginning. So the first goal, Bob stresses this, within 72 hours, sponsor one promoter on the left. Remember, auto delivery. Oh boy, not interesting, Patty. He doesn't say sponsor one person on the left and forget about them. A lot of people do that. Patty, we saw that when we first started in the business in the pre-launch days. People were signing up people left and right, and nobody was putting anybody on auto delivery. And guess what happened? Somebody buys their package, they need to get on auto delivery so they're qualified the next month. And so that you have that repeat business coming in. Guys, this right here is your wealth. Believe it or not, that little bottle of pills, that's the long term. Okay, so make sure people understand that. I can't stress that one enough. So one promoter left on auto delivery, one promoter right on auto delivery, you're not qualified. Secure your business. That's all. Your second goal within 72 hours is to help your personally sponsored promoters become qualified themselves. You duplicate that to them so they can do the same. They get qualified. One left, one right, personally sponsored on auto delivery. Third goal, here we go. Personally sponsored 20 right and 20 left on auto delivery. I love how Bob keeps throwing that in there, Patty. Geez, you think he's serious about auto delivery? Because he knows, right? And help them become qualified. Auto delivery is the key to wealth. For those of you that get this, I'm excited for you. It's called working smarter, not harder. Right? Okay. People must be qualified. They must be qualified to do the business. They got to be, look, if you're a business owner, you got to pay your rent. But the beautiful thing about this is you own your own business. Your lights are already paid for because you're working out of your home. Your internet's paid for. All you got to do is have that bottle of pills coming in every month. And guess what? It's good for you. And not only is it good for you, it's going to give you the energy. You take this every day and you're going to be in the mood. You're going to be in the zone. So when you make those calls, you're going to feel good, right? This is so powerful. Okay. The third goal, again, sponsor 20 right and 20 left on auto delivery and help them become qualified. Ultimate goal, help 4 legs, okay? 4 people in your team, 4 leaders to accomplish that 20/20 as well. You're going to be on your way to Purple Diamond. That's serious money. Wow. Over $1 million a year, guys. Okay, for those of you who want it, how bad do you want it? Well, your commitment's going to determine everything. The 2 most important components of commitment that are absolutely necessary to be successful in business or in anything in life. Your first commitment, here we go. Work the business at least 5 to 10 hours a week, minimum. If you're not willing to do that, well, go work for McDonald's. That's okay. Or whatever the case may be. But for those of you that can put at least 5 to 10 hours in a week, all right, you've got the first commitment out of the way. The second commitment is work the business for at least 1 year. And what Mr. Rainey means by that, Patty knows this very, very well. Things aren't going to happen overnight. You can get qualified quickly, right? But as you do have these consistent actions and you put in that at least 5 to 10 hours a week, you do that for a year, guys, you do that for 1 year, okay? You're not going to want to go anywhere else. Bottom line. Bob Randall talks about building depth, okay? Working under your personally sponsored promoters. You have a team that has infinite depth, global market, potential staggering. So as you work with your personally sponsored and they're personally sponsored, you go down on your team and you build depth, right? To succeed, you must identify and closely work with your leadership. You're going to see who's moving and shaking. It's going to be very obvious to you. You're going to see the person making sales. They're showing up. They're plugging in. You're going to see them on your presentations. Every Thursday, you're going to see them there in the chat room saying hi to Bob, right? You're going to see them in Facebook. You're going to see them in the social media. Those are your leaders. So you want to be able to identify and then work with them closely, guys, regardless of what level they have achieved. Even if they haven't gotten to star yet, if they're showing up, you work with them, right? Because they're showing commitment. Final thought. This is from Bob Brandon. Now that you know what to do, the only thing left to do is do it, right? Just do it and teach it, right? Set that goal to reach superstar in 200 days or less, and you'll well on your way to Purple Diamond. You see what this does, is it sets the stage for Purple Diamond. Once you get to superstar, guys, based on these principles, you have the foundation to soar up the ranks from there. So here's what Mr. Reyna shares here, guys. Always follow the superstar guide. Right? That's why Patty and I have a copy of it at all times. Validate your plan with your active upline. Okay, whatever your plan is, make sure that the upline is on target to help you, keep you on the straight path. Stay accountable daily. What does that mean? Well, expose it to at least one person a day, number one, right? You have an obligation to yourself to share this with at least one person a day. Maybe some of you could share it with 2 or 3. That's okay, no problem with that. That's called speed. But at least one a day, right? 5 prospects a week means 1 sign up. 1 sign up a week is 4 signups in a month. Duplicate that, okay, right? Stay accountable daily. That means showing up. Presentations. Somebody in your team's doing presentations, you go there. Patty's always on the presentations. Patty's the queen of showing up. I can't tell you how much respect I have for her. She shows up every day in social media. She's an absolute tiger. And she leads her team by example, right? This is accountability. She goes to the presentations every Thursday. Okay, so make sure that you're accountable to staying plugged in, guys. And then he says, the key to reaching your goals is consistency. Wow. Imagine that. Every day you do what you say you're going to do. And if you make a mistake, don't worry about it. Just learn from it. We're all human. We make mistakes, but tomorrow's another day, right? But you get good at being consistent daily, and your habits will take you to the top of the mountain. Feed your belief, right? What does he mean by feed your belief? By participating in all the events, going to the presentations, going to the broadcasts with Bob. This gives you energy, right? Stay plugged in and stay fired up. You can do it. So there you go, guys. This is an incredible training guide. One of the things I'm probably going to recommend is that if you haven't done that, print that out, right? Because when Patty and I, when we work with our team, if someone comes out and says something that's not in the guide, because you're going to hear this a lot of times, people are going to come up with a suggestion, or they're going to think they know better, and they're going to come with you and say, blah, 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 blah. And you've read the guide and you didn't see you never saw that in the guide. So what I do is I say, hey, Joe, do me a favor. That suggestion you just made, can you tell me where that is in the Superstar Guide? What page can I find that on? Where's that written? They can't, right? So this is the way, guys, if you duplicate that like good soldiers, we're going to create an army, and we're going to absolutely explode this purple wave around the world. So, man, it's been my pleasure and honor to share with you guys today. I hope this has been helpful. It's really, truly an honor for me to be here with you and Ifio as we open up Nigeria. Man, that's exciting. My God, you know how long I've been waiting for this? Nigeria is a massive market. You have some of the best entrepreneurs in the world over there. Hungry people, right, that are looking for opportunity like this. And we have it all. We have the perfect storm. There's no one out there that has what QuiAri has. So I hope you guys are excited as I am, pumped up, fired up. I'm going to turn the call back to you, Nifio and Patty. And again, guys, I appreciate you letting me be here today to share the basics of success. Over to you.
Rob, thank you so much. We so appreciate your time and your training and your leadership. And I just can't thank you enough. I appreciate it. And I think we all learned a lot today. Going over that page by page has been very helpful for me as well. Anafio?
Yeah, it's been a very nice training. Thank you so much, Rob. That was great. Please, I have a question.
Sure.
You always show this beautiful brochure or flyer, QuiAri flyer. Are we going to have them in our startup app?
When you say the flyer, are you referring to the sample card, Nicola, this here?
I think he's talking about the banner you have behind you.
Oh, this, the banner?
No, that's not what I mean. I mean the flyer you are holding. Do we have it in our startup app?
This here?
Is it going to be included in our startup app?
No. This is something you can order in the back office. You can order it a la carte, but with the 7-pack, they give you 100. Okay.
100.
100. Yeah.
I have them. I'm going for the 7-pack.
Yes.
Perfect.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Good to hear that.
Absolutely. So, hey,
Okay.
Patty, yeah,
Another question, please.
sure.
Okay, here in Nigeria, we have a system where we pay money into the company's account and send information for orders and activation. How do we key into the authorship program with our own case?
Okay. So that would be a question, Patty, that you want to talk with Brad about, because he'll be best to guide you with that.
Him, probably Eric Ramaka.
And Eric as well.
That's
Absolutely.
the guy that will be able to tell us, Anafio. But I think with that, since it's such a small order also, you can use it with your bank card. You can order it in your bank card on the auto ship, and I can show you how to do that in your back office.
I'm thinking of how to encourage my team members to join the authorship program. Most of them wouldn't have the card.
Oh, they don't have a card?
Most of them won't have.
Okay, then we'll have to talk to Eric about that. That would be the best person to do to get that set up, and also talk to support at QuiAri. That'll help us too. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
One
that's
thing
great.
there is something I can share on that, a little additional information. Anifio, when somebody buys their product pack, right, they have 4 options, right? You only need 25 points on a personal purchase to become active, right? But that 25 points, which would be, a bottle of pills, right? It needs to be every month. Because if somebody's not active in a month, they haven't done the 25 points of purchase, they become inactive, right? So,
Okay, please, I have a problem somewhere there. I understand that one must have 25 ASV every month to be active, and I know that is the live wire of the business. That's a good plan. But my problem is if someone does not buy the 25 ASV at the beginning of the month, maybe he orders towards the end of the month, what happened to the transaction in his team from the beginning of the month to the time when he orders the 25 ASV?
okay, cool. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You see that one? That's the packages, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So when somebody gets started, they've got the 4 choices. If they choose the 1-pack, for example, that generates 75 points in sales margin, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
On their first purchase. So they're active for 30 days. As soon as they make that purchase in the field, they're active for 30 days. It counts. Got it? Okay.
Yeah.
If they bought the 2-pack, that's 150 points in sales margin. You only need 25 points. So they're active for 30 days. So whatever package they come in with, they're going to be in the active status for 30 days. Okay? 30, 31 days, whatever the case may be. But what happens is the next month, when that month passes, 30-day passes from the day they bought the package. If they're not in the system with auto delivery, they go inactive, right? So one of the things that they can do, and this is going to be training on your part, is remember they got a 30-day runway. So let's go get some sales. Let's go get qualified. Let's it's 72 hours. Let's go get our first two, get them on auto delivery. They can sign up for the auto delivery. Even though they don't, because bottom line is this, they're not going to be charged for the auto delivery until 30 days later. You see what I mean? So even though they're registered for the auto delivery, they're not going to be charged. The card that's on the account will not be charged till 30 days later. So that person that comes in, gets a package purchase, let's say they're giving you the money or however it works. Now they got a month to go get qualified and active and start making sales. The profit that they make, right, could cover a bottle of pills, right? So what they do is they're going to get their hyper wallet open. Okay, Patty's showing her card there. They're going to get their hyper wallet account open. They're going to get their debit card ordered, right? Now they have a Visa card. So the money that they earn, QuiAri can hold on to that money. And then when they start making profit, they open up their wallet, which Patty will show you how to do. They order their card. And when they get their card, they can take the money that's in their account, transfer it onto your card, and use this to pay for their monthly auto ship. So then they would go in their back office at IFIO, and they'll enter in their card numbers. And that locks in their auto delivery. See that?
Okay.
Okay. Now.
Okay. That's great. Please let me get this right. You mean that if I go active on the 20th, for example, on the 20th of this month, it's going to take me to the 20th of next month. I will stay active till 20th of next month. I won't go active after the 31st or 30th of this month, depending on which the month end.
Correct. So that gives them time to get into profit, open up their hyper wallet. It's going to take about 5 to 6 days. Once they access the wallet, it takes about 5 to 6 days before the wallet is open. They can order their card the same day they open the wallet. And when they get their card, now they have an actual physical debit card they can put in the account, take your card out of the system, because your card did the purchase for them, right? So you got to manage this now. Make sure you write down everybody you're putting into the system. And in 30 days, if they're not ready to put the card in, you take your card out of it, remove it from their account.
Okay.
Okay. So
that's fine.
You're not, because otherwise you're going to get charged.
That is fantastic.
Yeah. Now, if they want to pay you cash for the next month, you could do that. But man, that's a nightmare to manage.
Okay.
Right? I mean, that's not fun to manage. And you got to be chasing people. Where's your money? No. Pay for them one time. They give you the money. You get your money back. Tell them they got 30 days to make it happen. And you got to write it down in IFIO so you don't forget, so that your card's not charged 30 days later. And then when that time comes, you say, hey, did you get your card yet? I told you to order your card. Did you do it? And if they did, they put their card in the system, you take yours out. Now they're in business. Now they've secured their business and they can run. They can run.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm happy we have the video recording of this training to share with our team members. On Monday, 20th of September, our business starts in earnest. By Monday, some members of my team will start earning money because we are making our first batch of payment on Monday to activate our accounts.
Excellent.
Super. Yeah. So they just
So
need to
excited for you, Anafia. So excited for you.
Yeah. So remember now, when they start, the first time they get a commission, you can go in your back office, IFIO, and under the Documents tab, where it says Resources. In your back office, you go to the Resources tab at the top, go to Documents, and you're going to find the FAQs, Frequently Asked Questions. Okay. In that section, it tells you how to open up the wallet, how to open up your hyper wallet. It tells you how to order your card. So learn that well. It's really easy. Patty can help you with that if needed.
I know she will always be there for us.
Absolutely. She's Miss Reliable.
Okay, thank you so much, Bob. I don't know if Akinde has any question, and if not, I would like Madam Patty to close this event with a closing remark.
Yeah.
Thank you
one
very much
last
for
thing, Nephew, make sure you get with Eric also and ask him if he has any ideas on that as well. Maybe he could share something with you above what I
He's
shared.
in our African Q Warriors group. We can ask him there and get an answer for everybody. Thank you so much for participating, Rob. Like I said, I can't thank you enough for being our leader and doing the training. It was excellent. We've recorded it for our team who does not have access to internet, and Anafia will be sharing it in his group. And gentlemen that participated, thank you so much. I'm very excited about your future. Nigeria is an open area to succeed.
Huge. Huge. I'm
Thank
so
you so
excited.
much.
I got to tell you this, Patty, before we wrap up the call. When we first started our business, going back October 1st, 2 years, Patty, can you believe that? Just coming up around a couple of weeks away, 2-year anniversary. But one of the places that I saw in my mind and my heart was Nigeria. It is a massive market. Guys, I'm telling you, more entrepreneurs in that region of the world than anywhere on the planet. You guys are the first. Nobody's taken it yet. But I can promise you that somebody will. I promise you, it's going to happen. So, Nephew, let's make it you, okay? God bless you, brother.
Thank you. God bless you too. Regards to your family.
Good evening.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye from here too.
Bye, Akinde. Nice to meet you.
In the good night. Felix from Damawa State. Felix, how are you? Okay, we can hear him. Okay. Bye, Madam Patty.
Bye.